Hello YNABers, my name is Jesse Meekum from YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. Yes, you do. This is another Whiteboard Wednesday. There are some of you out there that are a little bit in denial. Maybe there are those that haven't yet started their budget. You're just brand new to YNAB. You're wondering what that even means and how you say it. You don't say YNAB or YNAB, you just say YNAB. That's what we've all decided. And you're new and you don't know what's going on and maybe you're a little afraid. Or perhaps you're a veteran of YNAB and you've fallen off the wagon a little bit and now you don't really want to face the music. I have a chart for this. It goes like this. The length of time where you are in denial, where I know things aren't great, I know I should be looking at my money a little more closely, I know I should be a little more intentional about what it's doing, the time you wait there, and then the fear that you have just bubbling up inside you, those are very, very related. The longer you wait, the more you fear, and honestly, the harder it's going to be to turn around and face reality, face the music. Now, a budget is not a punch in the face. Reality, that punches you in the face. Now, let's not blame the budget and do that whole game. Not fair. The budget does not do that. Reality, plenty of times, does that. So reality's punched you in the face. What's the budget supposed to do then? The budget is simply a tool for dealing with reality. The budget doesn't tell you, or doesn't do these things to you, I should say. The budget will only tell you how things really are. So if they are really bad, the budget will affirm what you've already felt deep down inside, where you are afraid to do one thing, another thing, look at that credit card statement, open that utility bill, whatever it is. So that's one issue where we often say, well, I don't want to budget because I just don't want to know. Well, okay, you need to know. You need to know. And it's not the budget's fault. The budget is there for you to start wrangle and perhaps kind of forming reality to the way you would like it to be. So if reality is being real pain right now, then you got to just say, how do I tackle this? The best way to tackle it is through the budget. The budget will tell you how things really are, gives you a great picture of reality, not just a stack of bills and like this emotional baggage that comes along with it, but just plain and simple. Here are all your outflows. Here's your little inflow, maybe, and that's why we're so stressed out. And we've got this major imbalance. We have to fix these, most likely, sometimes this. Most of the time, for people we run into, it's the expense side. So we got to fix these, okay? Get them more in line. Get this one so it's bigger than the other one. Live within your means. How do you do that? Well, you just tackle it. You just start. How much money do I have right now? What should that money do before I'm paid again? How much money do I have now? Because I was just paid. Well, okay, what should that money do before you are paid again? And you ask yourself that over and over. And then the next time you're there emotionally reacting to something, like, I want this, I want that, I had a tough day at work, so I'll just spend a little here to give myself a little dopamine hit, whatever it is. The budget is there saying, whoa, no. We're not dealing with just emotions here, we're dealing with reality. And your plan was to do X, Y, and Z. And then you have to face reality again, understand that you're on this bit of an emotional roller coaster right now, and you're like, I kind of want to fall off the wagon, but the budget, they're saying, are you sure? And then you can reconcile those two. Sometimes spending is completely emotional, and that's okay. We're emotional people, right? Emotional beings. So we have all these emotions, and it's what makes us eat when we shouldn't eat, and eat stuff we shouldn't eat, and spend when we shouldn't spend, and buy stuff we don't even care about, because we want that little burst, that little happy moment just for that little thing. It's probably the same thing that keeps us on our phones connecting two dots together, maybe. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the budget can reconcile the fact that you are an emotional being dealing with emotions, stress, fear, and it can also bring reality in and get to your logical side where you can kind of make those two do a little dance together. And that dance creates magic, really. So what we can do when we're afraid, when we're stressed, when we're emotionally just up and down all over the place, you just got to say, I'm going to find solace in the budget. I'm going to look at the budget, I'm going to look at reality, and I'm going to ask the budget, what are we dealing with? What do we have here? What's my reality? And then you tackle it. Reality is reality. The only way to change it is by first knowing what it is, and then asking yourself again and again and again, what can we do to slowly, because most of this stuff will be slow, what can we do to slowly make changes to where we aren't afraid? We aren't afraid of reality. Maybe we even enjoy it. Maybe we like it. And then sometime down the road, you're going to get that credit card statement and the balance is already paid in full, and you just pay it. You don't even know. You don't even get the credit card statement. It's just automatically paid because your checking account balance is literally, if it could, spilling money into other places. It just has so much you don't know what to do with it. And then you start thinking, gosh, is it even right to have this much money? The teller at the bank starts pitching all these other products to you because like, hey, you should open up 7 savings accounts because they know that's good for them. And you're like, no, that's fine. I'm good with the 12 grand in there. That's just how I roll. That happens. That's not far-fetched. So many YNABers deal with exactly that. They have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in the bank, and it's not because they make tons and tons and tons of money. Quite the contrary. It's just because their budget showed them what reality was, and then they had reality. They still were a little emotional, sometimes maybe fired up for good. And they reconciled those two, and they decided, given my reality, this is now what I will do, instead of burying their head in the sand. So we don't want you to bury your head in the sand. Use the budget as a tool for shaping reality how you would like. That takes a while. First, you just get punched, and then you start to learn how to deal with the punches. Pretty soon you're dodging it, and pretty soon it doesn't feel like any punches are even being thrown. In fact, you're winning. So just don't do this. Don't stick your head in the sand, or maybe head in the clouds, and then just, it'll get better, somehow it'll get better. It doesn't get better unless you do something different. That was a little bit of a rant today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next week.